Hello and good evening. It's the Earnings Bookie with another update for you. This is July the 30th. Today we're going to be looking at earnings announcements on AKAM, AKAM. First screen looking at here is 4:19 on July the 30th was the earnings announcements from AKAM. And what we do here is we're not particularly interested in what all the numbers mean down here. What we focus on is earnings analytics. So there's the announcement. You get that in news stories everywhere. Let's move on and look at something that's more important to trading. This is what we call Earnings Notebook. Earnings Notebook is the consolidated, I would say, summary of what we do in earnings analytics. And this was on April the 30th, the last time we had an entry on our analytics for AKAM. And have a look at this. AKM has recorded more aggressive next day closing levels following 13 of its last 17 after hours events following the earnings. The stock has seen wider next day moves in 10 of its last 11 earnings events. So 10 out of the 11 last times the stock has expanded its move next day, widening what happened in the after hours. This is the sort of odds that we're looking for. So this is AKAM. Let's have a look at the analytics, the information that went into some of this. This is the full data, long and short. 90% of the time, this stock follows through in the same direction by the close of the next day regular session compared to the extended hours effective close. And this is the big thing underlined here. When it followed through, the price closed further in the same direction by an average of 4.5%. I'd say that's pretty good odds. 90% of the time, whatever it does in the after hours, it continues into the next trading day following the earnings. And when it does that, the average gain is 4.5%. That's a pretty good odd. So this is what happened on 7:30. We know the analytics. This is a good odds on this stock performing. Look what happened here. There's the earnings announcement. First thing was AKM trading down sharply in the post-market following earnings announcement. That's on the left-hand side there. You can see those long price bars. So there's a big bid-ask price range, and this is right after the closing bell, right after the announcement. In fact, in the middle there, what we call the effective close, when the volume kind of dies off at the after hours period, the stock was down 14.5% already. Now we know that AKAM 10 out of the last 11 times, it's continued this into the next day. So here's a great trading opportunity. And what happens next morning? It continues. In fact, by the end of the next day, it had extended this move down to 26.13% down. That's a great move, a great one-day trade, even if you just get in at the open. This is another one of these great odds. 10 out of 11 times, now we're 11 out of 12 for AKM, and we watch this one next time. So here's my historical end of day chart, and this is the last couple of years. I put on here all of Cami's results. And as you can see, right on the right hand side in the bottom there, you can't see the numbers too easily on this little small screen they do on YouTube, but 14.5% down, it then extended to 26.13% down. You can see the chart has gone completely through the floor. And this is continued from previous times, minus 4.9%. It narrowed actually on the previous one down minus 3.9%. Prior to that, we're 1.99% down by the end of the next day. And you can see going back in history, this has been very consistent. So only one or two times in the last 2-3 years has this stock not followed through. So that's AKAM. We'll be doing some more of these earnings analytics. I hope you enjoyed this session.